Okay, and we are back. Number 9. If angle 1 is 4x plus 30, so this one is 4x plus 30. Angle 2 is 2x plus 20. And angle 4 is 3x plus 80. What is the measure of 3? Okay, tough question. All right. There's a rule that says the exterior angle of a triangle, okay, is equal to the addition of the two opposite. So we're going to add these two up and set it equal to this one. But we ain't going to be done yet after we solve for x because we got to find that measure yet. So we're going to take these two, add them. So 4x and 2x is 6x. 30 plus 20 is 50. Set it equal to angle 4, which is 3x plus 80. Okay. So subtract 3x, subtract 3x. 3x plus 50 equals 80. Subtract 50. 3x equals 30. Divide by 3. X equals 10. Okay, we're going to take that 10, plug it into angle 4. So 3 times 10 plus 80. 3 times 10 is 30, plus 80 is 110. That's angle 4. Now angle 3 and angle 4 form a straight angle. Straight angles are 180 degrees. So you're going to take 180, subtract 110, and you get 70. That's a tricky one, guys. I'm not going to lie. It's a hard one. I get it. But you will hopefully remember that these two things are equal after you add them. And then remember that this will form a 180 degree angle. All right, you do have, I had to throw a hard one on there, guys. It'll separate the hundreds from the 99s, all right? Number 10. Write an equation of a line that is perpendicular to y equals 5x plus 70. Okay, well, on this sheet it says perpendicular lines have negative reciprocal slopes. Well, if I look at my equation of a line, the thing that's next to x is my slope, right? It tells me. So since my slope of this equation is 5, negative reciprocal means flipping it and making it the opposite sign. So 5 is the same as 5 over 1. The negative reciprocal will be 1 over 5, and you got to give the opposite sign for it to be negative. So that is your answer. Number 11. When the point, which is at point A, 7, negative 9, is reflected across the line y equals x, the new coordinates of this point are y equals x. All you got to do is, yep, there it is, y equals x. Switch them. Okay, xy becomes yx. That's what it's telling you to do. So a prime, if we switch that, will be negative 9, 7. Number 12. Which statement is always true? The diagonals of a parallelogram are congruent. The diagonals of a rhombus are congruent. The diagonals of a trapezoid are congruent. The diagonals of a square are congruent. Well, let's take a look here. Here's a square. If you draw the diagonals from there and that one, that is equal. So that statement is true. Why aren't the other ones true? Here's a parallelogram. You are going to have a longer diagonal, which is this one, than that one. That's a shorter one. Rhombus, same thing. You're going to have a longer diagonal and a shorter one. Trapezoid, I can draw a trapezoid like that. The diagonals are definitely not equal for that shape. All right. 13. The point A, 5, 7, is reflected across the y-axis. What is the image of A? Well, since we are reflecting across the y-axis, all you do is keep them in the same order and opposite sign of the first. So, keep them in the same order, opposite sign of the first. 14. 3 angles are complementary. 2 of the angles have a measure of 25 and 10. What is the measure of the third angle? Complementary angles add to be 90 degrees. So far I have 25 and 10, which is 35. How am I going to find the other third angle? Well, since we know they all add up to be 90, if I subtract 35 from it, I will find out that if I take 55 and add it to those two, I will get 90. All right, so that's the end of the second page. Stop the video, we'll go on to the third page.